Just growing up in the Deep South, being the child of a white mother and a black father, we would get a lot of dirty looks at the ballpark when I played football and baseball. Our family would get a lot of dirty looks and comments at the grocery store. But at church, when we go to church, that's church. That's where everybody's loved. That's where everybody gives love. And that wasn't our experience. But we just didn't go to church again. It was sort of a bad experience for my sister and I think for the rest of for most of my life, I just never entered a church by choice. May 2nd, 1995, I get pulled out of school. My sister was there. My sister was in the lobby of the school, and she tells me that my father was dead. She said it that plainly and that bluntly. My dad passed away. That was sort of the end of my relationship with God. Like I just said, after my experience in the church, and then my father being taken away, the only father I've ever had being taken away, it was just, that was it. I was done. I was an angry, devout atheist, whatever that, like I said, that doesn't really mean much, but I was just, there is no, in my head, there was no God. I meet this girl, and she's got this light inside of her. It was incredible. I didn't know much about her. Then I find out, fairly quickly that her family's been rooted in the church for a long time, all their lives, and she's been raised in the church all her life. It was a direct challenge to everything that I thought about people and about the church. My wife didn't try to change me as an atheist. She just loved me as a Christian. She was a Christian, and she just loved me for who I was. So I decide one Sunday, I say, because every Saturday night, my wife says, "Are you going to come to church with us tomorrow morning?" And it was always no. I was like, no, I'm going to sleep in. And then I guess after some thought and some introspection, I said, I'll go. I'll go, and I'll see what it's about. I'll, at the very least, see where my kids are going every Sunday. And that's kind of how it went for a couple of weeks. Like, it was just kind of like, yeah, I'll go, okay, sure. And I didn't realize, but every Sunday I was walking away with something. Something I heard, something someone said, someone I shook hands with. I walked away with something. It doesn't feel like any other church I've ever been in. It doesn't feel, it's a church, it's a place of God, but it feels like open arms instead of, arms crossed judging. And I remember just key sermons, that Pastor Allen would give here and there, where they hit me right. And then I just believed. I just understood all of a sudden what I was missing, That was the day I was, I guess, reborn, like the day I feel like that whole dark chapter in my life ended. And literally, my life started again from there. I wanted to be poured into, like my wife had been all her life. I just wanted to understand my wife, and I wanted to understand God, and I wanted to understand Christ, and I wouldn't have this happiness and this love and this church, this family.